This morning on First Cup, we've got a new episode of Martial Arts Radio to talk about. You all left me some stuff. I'll tell you about my weekend. Should be fun. Stick around. We're rolling 20. Oh, I don't want to actually play that. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Monday. It's November 22nd, 2021. Year's almost done. My name's Jeremy. This is my first cup of coffee. I hope you had a great weekend, a great Friday. I hope... Good morning, Liz. I hope you're going to have a good Monday. Mondays aren't easy days, are they? You know, there's a reason that Monday has become this cliche of frustration and challenge, because coming back into the work week, for most of us anyway, from the weekend, isn't easy. Oh, good morning, Jenny. See, I can't stop yawning. There's a challenge. I'm sharing it with all of you. My weekend was very busy. So Saturday, got up, not super early. Well, I got up at my normal time. I had planned to get being in the car 7:30. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Stacy. But I didn't get in the car that early. I think I was in the car like 8:30 to drive to Maine to grab more stuff from my father's house. So I got there, loaded up, drove back. Everything's boxed up, so it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Didn't take very long. It's the third trip like that. There's one more, but there's some bigger stuff. I'm going to have to rent a van. Coming over those mountains in a van in the winter, I'm going to do it soon. Stacy says she had a great weekend, pre-purchased the book, 12 Months to Health, available on Amazon. Now all she needs is a Kindle. Kind of how I ended up with a Kindle. Somebody had given me some manuscripts on some digital writings on Taekwondo. And it was more than I wanted to read on a computer screen. I was like, this is too much. So I bought a Kindle and I transferred the files, and it worked great. And I've read a few books that way. I still prefer audiobooks, but I've read a number of books. I went through this big Michael Crichton kick. That was a lot of fun. Good morning, Kelly. That was Saturday. So Saturday I got home and just kind of went, didn't even unload the car. I just left it in the driveway because I don't have a garage right now because all the stuff's in the garage. There's a lot of stuff to donate. But yesterday was about organizing garage and cleaning up outside and cleaning up inside. And I had this thing on for most of it, my little step counter pedometer thing. And by 2 o'clock, I had 13,000 steps and change. It was just constant. I was just walking around. And that wasn't the end of the day. I took it off at that point. I said, I don't need to know it. I don't think I broke 20, but I was probably 16 to 18. It's a lot of steps. And I feel a little sore, but good this morning. Dennis says that, good morning, Eric. Stacy says she had a Kindle and it died. She never replaced it, as she prefers physical books. Dennis is recommending the Kindle app on the iPhone or the iPad. They don't feel as good on my eyes. There's a little bit of strain there for me. I try to use this thing as little as possible. And Stacy's lamenting boxes in cars. My car still has boxes of boards from some weekend in New Hampshire. It was so much fun. That was a great weekend. What else? Took myself out to dinner last night. figured, you know, you worked hard. Let's go have a nice meal. Went to the local spot and had a couple drinks and some sushi and some French fries. It was good. They do good food. And all the people that work there are really nice. They cooled off my coffee too much with cream. So let's pour some of this in. I don't think there's anything else worth saying. Oh, other than last night, I think I had just come back. I was either just about to go or I had just come back from dinner. I got a message from Andrew. And Andrew said, oh, this guest that you had been trying to get for a long time just gave me their phone number. I'm going to call them. And I went, wow, I'm pleasantly surprised that that person is available to talk. And then he wrote me back shortly after and said, yep, we're good. Another really big name. Andrew's been killing it. Really has. You know, we're at this really nice point where there's momentum and we've had enough big names on the show that we can, if we can get to the person, if we can say, hey, just listen to me for 5 minutes, here are people who've been on this show, they go, oh, this is not some small show. This is not some amateur thing. Yeah, this is real. Oh, okay, I'll come on your show. I look forward to the day where all these people come to us. We get people that come to us all the time. You hear from some of them. But I look forward to the day where big names come to us, where they say, you know, all my contemporaries have been on your show. It's time for me to be on your show. I want Chuck Norris to come to us. Oh, how fun would that be? You know, I get an email and it's somehow Chuck Norris. It's just Chuck Norris at. There's nothing after. It just says Chuck Norris at. It's kind of a joke in there. It's not a very good one. And he says, hey, I want to come on your show. And we say, okay. It'd be a very simple conversation. Today, so, you know, most of you probably experience this too, but this is the beginning of weird weeks. Thanksgiving week, and really through the end of the year, is weird professionally. We're focused for whistlekick. We're focused on some Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff. And I'll be honest, we are not. Last year was the first year that we didn't go crazy with it. Years prior, we did sales. We did sales on Wednesday before Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday and this week and then that week and then this week. And we did it all different. And we sold a bunch of stuff. But when I went back and I looked at it, we made almost no money. Put in all this effort and made almost no money. So guess what? We have one particular sale on Black Friday. We have a different one on Cyber Monday. If you see what you want on Black Friday, it's a limited sale, buy it then. Because what's available on Cyber Monday is different and will not be better on that specific group of things. There should be a new special edition newsletters coming out both days, and there will be social media posts. So there you go. That's it. That's all we're doing for holiday promotion this year. We've got normal discounts. You've got the podcast 15. You've got First Cup 15. If you've never made a purchase before and you sign up for the newsletter, we throw you a slightly better discount. We do a 20% one time. So if you've never used that, you can use that. There's the rewards program that most of you don't participate in on the website. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I don't like the messaging of just doing sale, 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 sale. I just don't like how that looks. So we're done doing it. Good morning, Tommy. Daniel said, Chuck Norris doesn't ask It would be, Jeremy, I'm coming on your show. That he probably would ask, but that statement would be completely appropriate. Daniel says, I get asked all the time, do you do a Black Friday sale? Nope, we're not in the USA. It's just Friday. I believe I've shared this story, but I'll share it again because it's funny and it's at my expense. Most of you know I've spent almost my entire life in retail in some way, and most of you know I was raised Jewish. I was also a bit sheltered growing up. 2001, I was working for Staples. I'd moved to Vermont, and we were given this information about, everybody has to work on Black Friday and all this. And I was talking with one of the other associates. No, I was talking with her and one other person. I was kind of on the fringe of the conversation, and they were talking about Black Friday and the year before and how crazy it had been and all this. And one of them looks at me, Jeremy, will this be your first Black Friday? And I was like, I was raised Jewish. I thought it was a Catholic holiday. 22 years old, I thought Black Friday was a Catholic holiday. I had no idea. Somehow had missed all that messaging. I'd worked for large corporations through college. Somehow I did not know what Black Friday was. I don't understand. Obviously now I get it. But I will always remember that moment when I said that, and then she explained, no, Black Friday is a day where we do a lot of deals. It's the start of the Christmas season. Oh. Then I guess, yes, this will be my first one. Tommy says he got a sweatshirt and baseball shirt with his 20%. There you go. Daniel adds on, we do actually get Black Friday in the UK these days. It's very much an Americanism that we really don't need. Consumerism at its worst. Well, there's an up and a downside to that style of retail. How do I want to say this? If you're involved in retail and you are not communicating messaging for Black Friday and everybody else is, you're gonna struggle. Out of sight, out of mind. If you step in with them, even with a little bit of messaging, you might do okay. And that's kind of what we're doing. Our margins are not insane on a normal day. If you come through and you, let's say you buy a sweatshirt at 15% off. If you buy like that new Dragon sweatshirt at 15% off, I think we make $8. So you watch when a discount comes up, because yeah, there's a discount that'll cover that during one of those 2 days, Black Friday or Cyber Monday, we'll break even. That is generally my target. If somebody takes the best sale of the year and throws it at this thing, we usually break even. Why do we do that? Because I figure if you're wearing a bunch of whistlekick stuff, you're probably going to stick around and like us and talk about us. And people will see it and they'll ask about it. It's marketing that we don't pay for. You pay for it. You get something you like, we break even. That's kind of the gist. Are there other things we make a little bit more on? Yeah. But I didn't want to make that sweatshirt $90. We could have. Don't forget we cover the shipping. Mugs are the killer. To ship this mug, I think our cost is like $5.99. So you look at the price of the mug, it's like $18, and then you save a couple bucks on the discount, and then you take that off. And yeah, I think we make like $1.50. It's okay. Long-term play. You guys are buying all-in weekend signups like they're going out of style. Holy cow. That event's going to sell out. Dennis says, ooh, my dragon sweatshirt arrived yesterday. I hope it fits well. I hope you love it. Daniel says, people literally fight in the store over TV to save 50 pounds. We don't need that anywhere in the world. I completely agree. Stacy, I'd take Black Friday over the stores that make employees work on Thanksgiving for sales. We don't have much of that anymore. That's been walked back the last few years because there was enough of a public outcry. Tommy's going to the DMV today. He'd rather be in a whistlekick store. Liz is chiming in. She loves a sweatshirt. And Dennis is reminding everyone, only 40 spots for all-in weekend. You snooze, you lose. Yeah, I've already started thinking about how I will console people who wait. It very well could sell out by the end of the year at this point. And by the way, there are no discounts on that. The only discount we offered is already passed. Yeah, there are people who are going to wait because people like to wait till last minute. They'll go to sign up in March for an April event and go, oh, it's full. Yep. I expect we'll have a waiting list because somebody may not be able to go. We'll figure that out. Daniel says, you guys open stores on Christmas Day. Well, some of them, yes, but fewer than we used to. Tommy's trying to move stuff so we can go. Daniel says that most major supermarkets are even closed on Boxing Day. That's the day after Christmas, for those who don't know. Good morning, Mark. Oh, all right. Let's see what you guys left me to talk about. I saw Frank left something. Who else we got? Remember, if you want to leave something to talk about for tomorrow, here's what you do. You drop it in this Facebook group. If you're not part of Facebook, if you don't use Facebook, you can email me, jeremy@whistlekick.com. All right. Stuff from Frank. All right. Now, I don't know if Frank chose this randomly or if Frank knows a little bit about me in posting these. On this day in 1984, Scarlett Johansson was born. In preparation for her role in Iron Man 2, she studied boxing, MMA, Jiu Jitsu, and professional wrestling. And so we have 3 quotes from her. I've always been very competitive, and a part of that is pushing your boundaries, taking a risk, and being able to live with the loss that comes with taking a risk. What is life without risk? Think of all the safest choices you can make. Well, let's see. Let's take something as inane as going to the grocery store. Things could happen while I'm at the store, while I'm walking through the parking lot, while I'm in the car. Well, I'll just have my groceries delivered. Okay. I can buy all my stuff online. I can have a job that works from home. I can never get close to anybody. Training could hurt me, so I really can't do much there. And what do we end up with for a safe life? We sit and we consume media. Now, for a lot of people, that's their day-to-day life. But there's no growth. There's no benefit. There's no improvement. You're not pushing boundaries. You're not becoming the best version of yourself. You're regressing in every way possible. Life isn't meant to be safe. It's meant to be lived. There's more chat in the chat about being open on Christmas Day. The one thing I will say about that is if a store wants to be open, the store should be able to be open. There are consequences to that. Your employees may not show up. But remember, not everybody celebrates Christmas. Good morning, Casper. Next quote. I've always been very determined, ever since I was a little girl, to make my way. When I think back over my life, most of what I've done that's been of significance flew in the face of people telling me that I shouldn't. People telling me, you're too young for that. Why don't you just wait? Why don't you go work there instead? Does the world really need that? Why would you ever move there? If you listen to what other people tell you to do, you'll never do anything. Because so many people apply their own understanding of their own lives to what you do. When people talk about, oh, this martial art is dumb, or that instructor is dumb, or why would you do this technique in that way? The majority of them lack any amount of empathy for the position you're in. They're only looking at it through their own eyes. And because maybe it's not a good fit or a good idea or a good relationship for them, they can't fathom a world where it is for you. So they dismiss it. If you want to do something differently, if you want to change the world, you're going to meet resistance. And if you don't meet resistance, you're probably not changing the world. I've come to accept that as a symbol of what we're doing, that it's working, that it's good, that there are people who push back, that there are people who show up, not often, but once in a while, to things we post on YouTube or on social media, and that's wrong, and this and that, and you know what? Look at some of the people we've had on the show. We've had some controversial folks on. We will have more controversial folks on in the future. And we catch wreck for that too. It's funny that here's a hint. It's probably all I'm ever going to say. This person that Andrew connected with yesterday is a controversial figure in the martial arts. And I am quite positive that when that episode airs, there will be people who will reach out and will be unhappy. When I did a written interview with Bodie Sanders for Martial Journal, I had a number of people reach out who were mad. Multiple people who have been on the show were mad because this person is, in their eyes, false. You know, I didn't fact check anything you said, right? When you came on our show, I didn't put up a disclaimer that says the opinions of the guest of Martial Arts Radio are not necessarily a reflection of the opinions of the staff. I don't do that. There's no need to do that. We're telling stories. Stories aren't always true, but that's not necessarily the value of the story. Liz agrees. Dismissal is the moment that I rise, probably because I'm stubborn. I'm quite happy being the underdog. I don't know how long I'll be the underdog, but a lot of what I used to do was in defiance. You said I can't do that? Well, I'm going to go do it. Oh, I did it. What now? that motivation becomes a little less healthy the older you get. Just going to throw that out there. Daniel says, I always hear you say, we've had controversial people on the show, and I literally have no idea who you're talking about because I never look at any martial arts forums, comments, groups other than whistlekick content. Well, then you probably have a much more positive opinion of the martial arts industry. Good. One more quote. One more quote, then we go. I'm happiest when I have something to focus my energy on. Is that universal? I think that's universal. I think most of us end up in one of two states. I have too much to do. I need something to do. There are some people, I've known these people, who will just kind of go from task to task. They do one thing at a time. So like the project that I'm working on, organizing all the things that came out of my father's home, they would just do that until it stopped, until there was no more. They wouldn't do anything else. They would just do that and do that and do that and do that. I've known people who would do that long into the night because the job had to be done. And then when they were done with that, they would pick another project. It might be a project around the house. It might be something just for fun. I'm not built that way. I don't think most people are built that way. How long did I work on that? Until I was tired of looking at it. Then I went and did something else. I was tired of looking at that. I did water the plants yesterday, even though I didn't want to, because they needed it. The celery was looking kind of weak. It was all droopy. Yep, celery. That celery plant is almost a year old now. Just to see what I can do with a celery plant. I grow things because I can. There's a little bit of defiance in there. Well, I think it's time. What do I have? I have Jenny and I are having a chat this morning about books, mostly about the release of 12 Months to Health at the end of the week. If you are not part of that Facebook group, maybe somebody will drop that in there in the chat. You know what? I should do it because otherwise it won't go everywhere. We want to spread it to everybody. All right. Nope, that's the wrong one. There's the group. We've got a couple hundred members in this group. Tommy says his life is pretty balanced. Took a long time to get there. So worth it. So worth it. And Liz is encouraging people to pre-order the book because the group is great. We've been trying. This group isn't just going to fall away. The purpose of the group is to offer some sideline motivation and some understanding and answer questions and be a free companion to the book. If you're unfamiliar with what we're talking about with 12 Months to Health, one, you should check out the link that I dropped. But secondly, it's about a new attitude on improving your health. It's not all at once. It's not dramatic. It's not, we're going to have this intense, let's track calories and pounds and restrictive food and supplements. No, this is a lot more natural, a lot more sustainable. It's about building habits a little bit at a time. It's about pushing back on the societal approach that everything has to happen all at once, that fast results are best results. You know what? They're usually not. Were you ever a kid that grew like 8 inches in a year? It's painful. You can't go to the gym and get stronger all at once. What happens when you put too much nutrient in your garden? There's a sustainable level of growth, of progress that happens in our training and everywhere else. And it's that attitude we put into this book. So check it out. I hope you have a great day. I hope to leave me some stuff to talk about tomorrow. I hope I make it through all these meetings today. Got a bunch of them. Thanks for joining me. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.